So it's just going to be a video to show the differences between the various sort of scribe methods that are on offer and out there today. So basically we'll kick straight to it. The advantage of having just using the 45 sort of like template that was for the moorboards, but for the individual tiles. So you're just going to use what they're calling it, the offset non-parallel scribe or whatever. So we will just show you what that's got to be done to start off with. So you're going to be lifting up the tile before and dropping it back. Now, the wall's square here on this one, so it's going to work on this one like this, but the difference is being it's okay with a 9x3 if you want to dry run the row before, because they're only like tiny little span. But when you start getting above that and bigger, you're going to want all your fill like stuck if you can right up to the last cuts, because you don't want to be dry running the row before. And if you start putting cuts in tight, they can push things out. But when it's all square, you know, you can come down ever so quick. You know, if you want to dry run the row before. And on the 3-inch ones, you know, you can come in handy if the wall's square. But obviously we've got the Oscar board that does that with 3 of them. But so, you know, for that one, they're going to work great all the way down the thing. You can dry run all of them, but it's no different to just using your standard pipe finder when it comes to the 3s, because that will do it. Now, when you're doing the end cuts and you're going to be dry running that area, yeah, it is, you know, it can be quicker, but only on the 3s. Okay, so the other option obviously is going to be the herringbone board. I'm playing around with the mini ones at the moment because with the 3-inch, I found them to be, you know, when you're in quite tight, it's quite nice to use. So let's grab a tile quickly. Okay, but even with the smaller one, straight away, you haven't got to rough it in. Even, you know, even with these one, which does make a difference if you've got a whole wall to do. Put it up against it. The other advantage, obviously, with these ones, you glue out right to the last row. So you are going to be just coming down. When you're going to be coming out a wall that you can see there is bowing inwards. You know, even if it's slightly off square or anything like that. So again, if you wanted to use the offset non-parallel, wherever you want to get, is just basically the first moorboard method. They come out of just dropping it back one. But if you put your template up against that, when the wall's out, it's going to be hitting it way big. Now, it's not going to be no different if I use the pipe finder. It's still going to be making that cut because the wall is coming in. If it was going that way, the cut would be too short because the wall's going out that way. But this is the difference there. You know, the herringbone sets, even the smaller one. That's why I was just trying to test it, make sure she has the same qualities as the big one. But on the bigger one, you probably wouldn't have to wrap it in there, but it doesn't make a difference with the herringbone block because you're taking everything, dropping it back, square fulfilled, and this is the difference that she makes. So it's the same. Regardless, so this is the reason why the herringbone set does make that difference, because you get these cuts when you get these angles, it will still get them. The other templates, these will not work. You'll have to double it up and then, you know, use 2 of these to make the 6, so you can do the traditional scribe, but you can if you have a pipe finder. You've got 2 choices where to put this. You know, without the mortar, you can drop it back. One going that way. I like to use the 2 pipe finders here. Use the 5mm up against the side of the tile if I can get it on there. And then use 3 to get that mark in there. Once you've got that little dent there, knife finds it, slide her up. Okay. So, but again, if you've got the herringbone, let's try and get these without bending. Herringbone set, these small ones, you know, for the 9x3s are coming in double FD for the little ones like this. Obviously the bigger tiles need the bigger boards, but all the same principle. Put it up against the wall. And you haven't got to swap any tiles over. To get that perfect finish. Okay.